Laging naririyan ang pamilya para sa iyo. Mula sa INCradio.
Pray muna tayo.
Exam day ko na bukas, kinakabahan ako.
Sabi ni Mama at Papa.
Manalangin muna. Tara na't manalangin na tayo.
Anak, matutulog na tayo.
Sabi niyo po sa amin lagi.
Manalangin muna.
Laging manalangin upang tayo magabayan sa ating gagawin. Isang paalala mula sa INCRadio.
Ito ang INC Radio, DZEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan, himpilan ng Iglesianicristo, sumasahimpapawid mula sa Quezon City.
Welcome to Hafa Nice Adai, presented by INCRadio Micronesia Satellite Studio. Before we begin, we would like you to please like our broadcast, share it with your family and friends, and also subscribe to our INCRadio YouTube channel. With your support, it reaches many people all around the world. So let's begin with our evening's broadcast. So with me, it's Sister Maricel, but before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Sister Arlene Malikton from the local congregation of Guam. I am your host and producer for this evening's broadcast. With me is my co-host.
Buenos and HÁFA Adai, everyone. I'm Sister Marisol Soria from the local congregation of Apra Heights.
So, how are you, Sister Maricel?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to talk about today's topic.
I know it's an island theme, right? But
Yes, very fitting.
let me go ahead and tell everybody who is viewing us this evening what our topic this evening is. So, it's all about our island. So we want to go ahead and talk about tips of visiting the islands in Micronesia. So in the islands of Micronesia, we have many different countries, which is consisted of many. I think there's maybe 4 or 5. Let's go ahead and go down the line. Which one are you able to name any of the countries here?
So we have the Republic of Marshall Islands. We have Palau. We have the Federated States of Micronesia.
Yeah, we do.
We also have the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands.
Yes.
And we have Guam.
And then we have Guam. See, there's so many islands here in the District of Micronesia. But we want to give you some tips for this evening's broadcast. And we want to go ahead and mention also what our YouTube engagement question is. So if you have ever visited the islands of Micronesia, can you please tell us what it is? So which island in the Micronesia have you visited? So drop your answer down on the comments below using that chat box. And we'll definitely want to see who or how many people have visited this island, the islands here in the District of Micronesia. Okay, so Sister Marisol, let's go ahead and go down to business about what tips we can share with our viewers.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, I know Sister Marisol, you are new to this district.
Relatively, yeah.
Relatively, yes. And you know what? I love that she's so open to everything here, and knowing that you're not from this district, but I'm glad that you're opening your eyes to so many different things.
Very, very open to learning about all of the things you get to learn about here in the island.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about tips. So can you tell us or some tips you can share with our viewers about before they visit an island here in the District of Micronesia?
Sure. So my first tip would be to make sure you bring your sunscreen. I think Even if you think that you don't need it because you don't need it back in the States, wherever you may come from.
Mhm.
Like, for example, for me, I honestly was not super consistent with my sunscreen when I lived in Florida, even though it is known as the Sunshine State.
Yes.
There were days where I didn't think I needed it. And I also thought, oh, I'm from here, like I'm used to it,
Yes.
right? Or I have melanin, like my skin can handle it better. I won't get sunburned as fast. When I moved here to the District of Micronesia, in the same amount of time that I would go to the beach in Florida and not need it, I was burnt. Like,
Wow.
yeah, here in Micronesia. I think the sun just hits a little bit different here.
I agree. I
Yeah.
think I don't know if it's because we're so closer to the equator, but
Mhm.
actually other islands in our district, it's a lot more closer to the equator, and which is
Mhm.
the more hotter spots. Or yes, it's almost a direct hit from the sun's rays. But
Mhm.
you are right about sunscreen or sunblock because it's definitely needed here.
Yes, be diligent about it, especially because here I feel like in the islands, the most of the attractions are outdoors, so you have
Agreed.
to be very diligent about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can honestly say another thing is, of course, your passport. You definitely want to
Yes.
always bring your passport especially if you're going to be island hopping, because all these countries have all their different rules when it comes to visiting them.
Mhm.
I can tell you, like, even from previous people that I know, and also brethren, that, if you say, for example, travel to the island of Palau, right?
Mhm.
The Republic of Palau, there are things where, yes, you need your passport for sure to enter, but you even sign this waiver that you are gonna protect the land and the sea, and
Mhm.
making sure that you don't litter or anything like that. And of
Yeah.
course, it's an entrance fee. I'm gonna say entrance fee to enter into the country, and that actually is known to for beautification of their island. So the money's being used for good use, which is
Yeah.
good. And I said, wow, that's actually really nice, because the Republic of Palau is actually one of our gems here
Mhm.
in the District of Micronesia. But I soon need to visit that place. How
Yes,
about you?
same. I have not gotten the privilege of getting to visit Palau yet, but I really want to.
Yes,
Yes.
agreed. And we'll talk about more about what you would like to do.
Yes.
Any other tips you would like to add?
I do want to add something to your tip about making sure you don't forget your passport.
Right.
Because, especially if you're visiting, let's say, Guam, and you think, oh, I don't need it because it's a U.S. territory.
Right.
I think because of the way that the islands are geographically located,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of direct flights. And so sometimes you end up in an international airport of a different country on your way here.
That's true.
For a lot of the paths.
Yes.
So a lot of the flight paths coming here from the States. So I think that it's a good idea to bring it, especially if you want to make the most of your layovers.
Agree. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. There's one other countries like Japan and Korea or Philippines, and you definitely need your
Yeah.
passport.
And speaking of layovers, I think choose your layovers wisely because we have a really big time difference here in our district.
Yes.
I think we have 3 time zones in our district.
Is it 3? I thought it was. I could
Might be more.
Might be more. I think might be 4, 3 or 4.
We are very spread out.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a really good idea to make sure that you take advantage of your layovers because your
Yes.
your flight times are going to be very, very long.
Oh.
And I think it's really nice because the layovers help with your adjustment to the time zone.
Agree.
difference. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So definitely take advantage of that. I know that there is also an island hopper airline that goes through all the different islands. So,
Mhm.
if you have a lot of time to spare in travel, I would definitely suggest to take that because you get to go through every island.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
So great tips about visiting the island in the other islands in Micronesia. Which island have you visited, or what would you like to visit, Samantha?
Well, we live in Guam,
Mhm.
so that's one. Other than Guam, I've only been able to visit Saipan.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
you know what? I can honestly say that too. That I have only visited the island of Saipan.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was because for one thing we wanted to just uh, figure out how to, you know, see around the island. I've been there a long, long time ago, but of
Mhm.
course, with my husband, brother Andy, shout out to him. He wanted to go check out the island of Cyprus. So we ended up
Yeah.
doing it for
Oh,
over the
nice.
weekend. We only did like a 3-day weekend, but you were there for a longer time, weren't you?
I think I was there for maybe 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
Yeah, not too much longer, but it was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, what island would you like to visit?
Oh, Sister Eileen, I want to visit all of them.
I agree. You know what? We need
Yeah.
to, especially when there's all the local congregations.
Yes.
So shout out to Kor Palau. We have
Mhm.
a group worship service at the island of Yap,
Mhm.
and then we have Pohnpei,
Yes.
and we have Marshall Islands where we have Madril and also Ibay. So
Mhm.
we have a lot.
And I even want to visit some of the islands that we may not have locales quite yet.
Oh,
But
yeah, you
like for
mentioned it.
example, Coast Rai, right?
Yes.
I think that would be really cool. What are some of the things that you want to do in the islands that you haven't visited yet?
For me, I really wanted to go and check out Palau.
Yes.
Yes, one thing I want to check out is Jellyfish Lake. That's
Ooh.
one things I want to do. I want to be able to also do that airline overpass or fly on the airline where you can see the Rock Islands in Palau. That's another thing.
Oh.
And then of course, even though they're so far, but shout out to the Marshall Islands, Montreal, and Ibai. I definitely want to go check out that place because it's so busy in commercial shipping there, and it's quite interesting how those places are very busy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I think for me, in Palau, one of the things I'm most looking forward to trying when I finally get to visit is the mud lake. They say that it's very good for your skin. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen some videos on social media about it,
Mhm.
and I do want to be able
Like
to
a natural spa treatment.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? I think I also mentioned weaving, right?
Mhm.
Because some
Yes.
islands they have their own sort of way of weaving stuff,
Mhm.
and their colors. Like I noticed, like for the island of Pohnpei, they really love the color green.
Yes.
And I think it's because also their island is very luscious of
Mhm.
green everywhere there, and it really does rain a lot in Pohnpei.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. I know what you mean. Like, one of the things that I would love to do for when I visit the other islands is get some of the local jewelry from each place. I've made some friends from the different islands, and
Mhm.
sometimes they gift me jewelry because they know that I love earrings,
Yes.
and they all look very different. So like the earrings from Palau versus like Yap. And when it comes to like the shells that they use, or sometimes it's even the way like the patterns that they weave with,
Mhm.
or for example, some of the islands will use hibiscus fiber while other ones use coconut.
Wow.
Yeah,
So there's
so
a big
it's very
difference, but
cool.
even though they look the same, it's different texture, I'm
Mhm.
assuming.
Or like different common shells that are woven into them too.
Interesting. I know
Yeah.
you said you own some jewelry. What
I
kind
do.
of?
I'm just sad I didn't wear them today.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But yes, I would love to do that. And then I think I would love to go fishing in Madro. I've heard that it's really fun to go fishing there.
Yes, because you get the best of both sides, the lagoon side, and you also have
Yes.
the ocean
And then
side.
in FSM in Coast Rai, I've had friends who they get like custom dresses made in Coast Rai.
I wonder how
And I
it
think
looks
that would
like.
be so cool.
It would be nice to have something like
Like
that.
traditional wear.
The
Very
traditional-
pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're such an international district. I think
We're so diverse. Yes.
We're very diverse. We definitely need to try and do that to really introduce everybody and see how everything looks like there in the district. District in the other islands here in our district.
Agreed.
Okay, so any activity you would like to try other than, the things that you mentioned for the different islands?
I think we kind of touched base on a lot of them
Yeah.
already.
I think a lot of things will also be, I totally forgot. Swimming with the sharks.
In where?
It's in the island of Palau.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Koror, Palau, there is like a tour thing or
Mhm.
tour package where you can actually swim with the sharks there. I think
Oh.
they're reef sharks, so
Mhm.
they're not aggressive.
Oh, I see.
But I wonder if that is something you would like to try.
I think I would. I've heard that the fish are like especially friendly in Palau.
Okay.
Oh, and that also reminds me, there's one other thing I really want to do as well. I would like to try fruits from Rota. Because all of the local produce, a lot of the local produce markets here on Guam, there are farmers that say that it's from Rota, and I'm like, wow, I feel like the farming is really good there, and I would love to try like the fruits fresh.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think a lot of the population is only in one side of that island.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't
Not
know.
sure.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, a lot of the population are on the shore side or the more commercial side. So I can imagine if like the rest of the island was just farmland.
And everyone I've met from Rota is a really good cook.
Really? We gotta ask some of our brethren there in the local congregation of or
Let's see if
road
it's
extension.
consistent.
See how consistent it is. And yes, Rhoda and the sistering island, Tinian, they are very good about their hot peppers.
Oh.
So that is something that they really take pride of over
Mm.
there, is how spicy their peppers can be.
Oof. That sounds like Kuya Randy would really like.
Yes, I
that.
agree. You know, he definitely would try those kind of peppers
Yes.
with his food. Yes. Okay. Anything we want to say that would make Micronesia unique? What would you say?
I think it would be the diversity. If you were looking for a trip that will get you a really nice, diverse set of experiences for one trip, Micronesia is where you want to go.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, we're not too far from any really language barrier. I think almost every island there is English speaking people, right?
Mhm.
But of course, you still have the traditional language that they do speak. So I think you were right about how diverse it is, but also here in the island of Guam, it's really super
Truly.
diverse.
I feel like you could go to any of the islands here because of how interconnected we are as a region. That you could go to any one island and meet people from the other islands there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. That is so much. That's so true. How we are all sort of all connected here,
Mhm.
one way or another. So diversity is definitely one of them. I think, you know, everything that touches water and sea, I think that's one thing that makes all of us unique. Is just all of us are known to for our beaches and nice
Yes.
sunset. So
Yes, the sunsets here cannot be beat.
yeah,
That is so true.
absolutely.
Yes.
I see a lot of people who take, other than people who visited or people who lived here on Guam or any other islands here in the Micronesia, they really love our sunsets. You
Mhm.
know, really hits differently here too.
Agreed.
Right. So, thank you, Sister Marisol,
Yes, thank
for talking
you.
about our tips about visiting the islands in Micronesia, because we definitely have a lot of islands to talk about, and there is a lot to learn from all of them. But thank
Mhm.
you again for sharing your thoughts with us.
Oh, of course. Thank you for having me.
Oh.
Hopefully, our listeners find our tips helpful.
Yes, absolutely. So we are gonna go straight to our next segment. So, Sister Marisol, we wanna let everyone know what is going on in the District of Micronesia. So, to our viewers, we wanna let you know that we are busy here in the District of Micronesia. We're
Absolutely.
still working on some of our 10th anniversary celebration activities. We still have our in-center stage that we're still planning, and
Coming
so
up, yes.
hopefully it'll be jump started soon. It should be after our anniversary of the church. So once we have all that squared away, we definitely would love your support, and those who have the talent, please join our meetings, because definitely we would need you. We also just concluded our CFO meetups, right? That
Mhm.
was conducted last Sunday, and the booklet, which is the married members of the Church of Christ. We have the non-married brethren, which is the Kadiwa. We do have the baptized brethren and not married, the Binhi organization. And of course, we always like to include our CWSs,
Yes.
our children worship service members. We definitely had all that information to be excited of upcoming activities
All
that
of
we
the
have
activities.
planning.
Yeah, we have a lot.
We
for
have
the
a
rest of
lot,
this year. So
and we want to be able to get everyone involved. So thank you again for your support, for being there in that meeting, because we definitely want to see all your beautiful faces
Yes.
on our activity. So once again, thank you again for joining that activity. All from the district officers here in the District of Micronesia. So, Sister Maricel, what is going on in the YouTube comments? Would you like to say anything?
yes. So for our YouTube comments, we definitely want to hear from everyone. Which islands in Micronesia have you visited? So make sure that you take a few seconds of your time to let us know what islands you visited. And if you haven't visited other islands from the one that you live on, which ones would you want to visit? And what would you like to do there? So we are really looking forward to seeing everyone's comments there in the chat.
And we will mention who our active chatter will be or is in our next week's broadcast. We want to be able to give time to calculate that information and see who was our active chatter. I can see already that there could be a possible person that I would know that would be up there, but I'm not going to mention his or her name. But yes,
Keep the suspense.
Keep the suspense, yes. Anything you would like to say, any shout outs you want to have?
I just want to shout out to my loving husband, Brother Neil. Hello, Brother Neil. So yes, he is always very supportive. So I wanted to give him a shout out.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sister Marisol. Yeah, we do miss you, Brother Neil. So hope you are safe and doing well as these coming days. And we want to mention what is going to be our next week's broadcast. We definitely want you to be with us tuning into our broadcast. It is going to be on July 24th at 9:30 p.m. Same time here, Chamorro Standard Time. And our topic is increasing our love for the church. Very timely.
Yes, very fitting.
Yeah, very great topic to have, because this also shows how proud we are to be members of the Church of Christ and to share our faith to all of you. Once again, thank you again for being with us here in our broadcast. We definitely want to have our closing comments and also our thank yous. So, Sister Marisol, would you like to do the honor?
Of course. So first and foremost, we want to thank our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranya Manalo. Here on the home front in Micronesia, we'd like to thank our District Minister, Brother Joven Sapilio Jr., and our Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray.
Yes, thank you, Sister Marisol. And again, want to thank you for all watching our Hafa Nice Adai series episode. We want you to, again, please like, share, and subscribe to the INCRadio YouTube channel. Remember, your support reaches so many viewers around the world and bringing more meaningful programs for you to listen anytime, anywhere here in this channel. So once again, good night, Micronesia, and to the rest of the world, have a nice day. Bye.
Ready to discover your new favorite INC original music? Introducing Playlist. Tune in every Monday to Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. for a musical journey like no other.